All right, here on the second page, it's saying to determine the equation of the circle given these. And so it's just kind of some rote practice here of you plugging into that formula that was on the page before. Feel free to refer back to it if necessary. So this is my H and my K, the center point, and then here is my R of the R squared. So we're literally just going to go X minus 4 squared. Notice if it's a positive 4, it's a minus 4 in the formula. Y minus 10 squared equals 3 squared. And so you can actually write 3 squared, or you can just write 9. So do you want to just skip the 3 squared step and just write 9? So final answer does need to have the 9. Pause the video, try the next one. Let's see what you get. X minus a negative 5 is going to end up turning into positive 5. Remember how it makes an opposite sign. Y minus 2 squared is equal to 8 squared. And again, do you want to jump straight into x plus 5 squared like you get y it switches, and straight into the 64 instead of doing one step and then a second step? All right, next one. X minus a negative 3 turns into positive 3. When y has no movement right or left, it's just 0. So you can just call it y squared and then equals 12 squared. Could you write this as y minus 0 squared, like you like to have a placeholder to show that there's no movement of the y? You could totally do that. It's up to you. And then final answer though, x plus 3 squared plus y squared equals 144, because 12 squared, 12 times 12 is 144. All right, now notice this one has the square root of 24. The square root of anything squared is just whatever is inside. This is when we don't have a perfect square. Sometimes our radius is going to be a decimal or a radical that's going to get simplified. It's not a perfect square. So this turns into x minus 6 squared. Y minus a negative 7 turns into plus 7. And then the radius squared, square root of 24 squared, is 24. How'd you do on that one? That one got a little tricky. Now next, you're going to pull out the pertinent information. Take out the h, take out the k. Square root of 100 equals 10. Take out the h, take out the k. Notice the signs are opposite. Square root of 225. 225. So if the number is big enough that you don't know what it is, feel free to grab a calculator and actually, take the square root. Did you know it's 15? How'd you do? H, K, notice the opposite signs. Now this time, my radius is the square root of 45. It's not a perfect square, so we're supposed to remember that 45 is 9 times 5. A 3 comes out. A 5 stays in. You're supposed to be able to simplify the radical like we've been practicing all year. And then finally, negative 7, positive 1 is my center. Root 60 is my radius. And then take a minute to see if you can figure out how that breaks down. It should be 2 root 15. Remember, you can use the calculator to simplify that radical if you're not sure. Now, finally, we're taking this skill of being able to pull out the radius, pull out the center, and actually graph it. So negative 2, negative 4, and then square root of 36. My radius is 6, so I count 6 in all directions. 6, 6, 6. Ooh, right on the edge. And then do your best to connect your circle. Negative 3, 5. Radius is 2. So negative 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 2, 2, 2, in all directions. Positive 1, negative 2 is my center. Radius is 7. 1, negative 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 7. 7. And then do your best to connect that circle. Now, from here down, this worksheet is a review of circles, polygons, proofs, all the stuff we've been kind of doing in the last 2 chapters. So I'm going to pause the video here and keep all the review together for the end of page 2 and the bottom of page 3. That will be coming in the next video. Thank you. How are you liking circles? Not too bad, right?